right, so today we're going to look at something pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
LiuGong, a Chinese construction equipment manufacturer.
Okay.
And we're going to be looking at their push for sustainability.
Yeah.
So the source material for this deep dive is an article from Construction Equipment Guide called A World We Share, LiuGong's Journey to a Greener Future.
Okay.
And we're going to try to unpack what they're doing and how that's impacting global sustainability efforts.
Yeah, I think that's a really fascinating topic, especially for a company that started 6 decades ago as a local manufacturer and is now this global player.
They're actually walking the walk.
Yeah.
Starting with the launch of their Green Alliance initiative back in 2023.
Right.
What makes this alliance different from other corporate sustainability initiatives?
Well, I think what's interesting here is the collaborative approach. LiuGong brought together not only dealers and customers, but also public interest groups, all committed to working towards that sustainable future.
Got it.
Yeah.
And they're not just making green machines, fostering that whole change.
Yeah.
So speaking of green machines, their electric loaders seem to be a flagship example of their commitment to sustainability. What are some of the key benefits that are touting?
Well, the obvious one is zero emissions.
Right.
Cleaner air, especially in urban construction zones.
Makes sense.
But there's the economic incentive.
Okay.
These electric loaders have lower operational costs compared to the diesel counterparts.
So it's good for business, too.
Exactly.
So are companies actually buying into this?
They are in February 2024.
Okay.
LiuGong secured a landmark order for 2 856 HE electric wheel loaders in Indonesia.
Okay, so why Indonesia?
Yeah.
And why is this deal a big deal?
Well, Indonesia is a rapidly developing nation.
Right.
They're undergoing massive infrastructure development.
Yeah.
This order signifies a growing demand for sustainable solutions,
Okay.
even in emerging markets.
Interesting.
It's a powerful signal that green technology is becoming increasingly viable on a global scale.
Yeah, it's like a ripple effect. One major purchase like this could influence a lot of other companies to follow suit.
Precisely. And we're seeing similar trends in developed nations as well.
Okay.
Groupe Belmer in Canada, for instance, they deployed the country's first electric wheel loader. Also a LiuGong 856 HE for glass recycling operations.
Really cool. So it's like sustainability and these practical applications like recycling all coming together.
Exactly.
But it sounds like their electric fleet goes beyond just loaders. What else are they offering?
They've got a range of electric equipment.
Okay.
Including 922 FE excavators currently operating in India.
Wow.
DW105AE electric mining trucks in Indonesia, and 820 TE loaders being shipped to various countries.
So they're really diversifying their electric offerings across different types of machinery. I'm assuming that's a response to a growing global demand for these types of solutions.
Absolutely. And this demand isn't just coming from smaller companies either.
Okay.
Wholesome, a global leader in sustainable construction, added a whopping 900 LiuGong machines to their fleet.
900 machines.
It's a big deal.
So what does a partnership like this mean for LiuGong and for the industry as a whole?
This deal is significant for a few reasons.
Okay.
First, it legitimizes LiuGong's position as a major player in sustainable construction. Second, it demonstrates that even large-scale construction projects can be powered by electric machinery. Third, it sends a powerful signal to the entire industry that sustainable solutions are not just viable, but becoming the preferred choice for leading companies.
So they're breaking through a barrier.
Yeah.
Proving that going green can be a smart business decision, even for heavy industries.
Right.
But beyond these big orders, what other milestones are they hitting?
Well, they showcased their entire electric lineup at Intermat 2024 in Paris.
Oh, wow.
Further solidifying their commitment to leading the charge in electric construction equipment.
That must have been quite a statement.
Yeah.
And I also heard they launched a unique project in South Africa.
Yes, a water well charity project.
Okay.
Where they introduced Africa's first electric earth-moving machinery.
That's really cool. So this project really demonstrates their willingness to apply this technology to address these real-world social and environmental challenges.
Right.
It's impressive to see that they're taking action on multiple fronts.
Yeah.
Not just focusing on profit. It makes you wonder, what does this all mean for the future of the construction industry?
Yeah.
And more broadly for global sustainability efforts.
I think LiuGong's journey provides a fascinating glimpse into a future where sustainability is no longer an afterthought, but a core driving force in how we design, build, and operate in the world.
It's definitely an exciting time to be watching this space.
Yeah.
But we're just getting started, so stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive.
Okay.
Where we'll take a closer look at the technology behind these electric machines.
Good.
And explore how they perform compared to their traditional counterparts.
Looking forward to it. So welcome back to our deep dive into LiuGong's Green Revolution. Last time we talked about their commitment to sustainability, their strategic partnerships, and their growing global impact.
It's clear they're making some serious moves in the industry.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears a bit and zoom in on the technology behind these electric machines.
Okay.
How do they actually work?
Well, let's take their 856HE electric wheel loader as an example. At its core, it's a high-capacity lithium-ion battery, similar to what you'd find in an electric car.
Right, yeah, makes sense.
This battery powers electric motors that drive the wheels and hydraulic systems, replacing that traditional diesel engine.
So no more diesel fumes, which is great for the environment and the workers on site.
Absolutely.
But what about power?
Yeah.
Can these electric motors really handle the heavy lifting that construction demands?
That's a question a lot of people have.
Yeah.
And the answer is, surprisingly, yes. The 856HE actually delivers comparable power and performance to its diesel equivalent.
Wow.
It has a breakout force of over 200 kilonewtons.
Okay.
And a lifting capacity of over 10 tons.
So it can tackle a wide range of tasks.
Yeah.
No compromises on performance.
Right.
But what about charging?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it takes quite a while to charge up a massive battery like that.
That's where LiuGong has made some significant strides.
Okay.
They've developed efficient charging solutions that minimize downtime. Using a DC fast charger, the 856HE can be fully charged in just 1.5 hours.
1.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's much faster than I expected.
Yeah.
How does that compare to refueling a diesel loader?
Well, refueling a diesel loader typically takes only a few minutes.
Right.
However, you have to factor in the time spent transporting fuel to the site,
Okay.
potential spills,
Yeah.
the overall logistics of handling diesel.
Right.
With electric loaders, you can have charging stations strategically placed on site,
Okay.
reducing those logistical challenges and potentially saving time in the long run.
It seems like they're thinking about the entire operational ecosystem,
Right.
not just the machine itself.
Exactly.
But let's talk a bit more about those lithium-ion batteries.
Okay.
Are there any concerns about their lifespan and environmental impact?
Battery lifespan is a crucial factor, especially in heavy-duty applications.
LiuGong claims their batteries are designed for a long lifespan withstanding thousands of charge cycles.
Thousands of cycles, that sounds promising. But what happens to those batteries once they reach the end of their life?
Battery recycling is a crucial aspect of the electric vehicle industry.
Yeah.
LiuGong is actively working on partnerships and solutions for responsible battery disposal and recycling,
Okay.
ensuring that valuable materials are recovered and reused.
It's good to hear they're thinking about the entire life cycle of the product, not
Right.
just the initial use.
Exactly.
But shifting gears a bit, we've talked a lot about individual machines.
Yeah.
How are these electric loaders being integrated into larger construction projects?
That's where the concept of smart construction comes into play.
Okay.
LiuGong is developing intelligent management systems that allow these electric loaders to be seamlessly integrated into a digital workflow. This includes features like remote monitoring, data analytics, and even autonomous operation. Autonomous operation. So you're telling me these machines can drive themselves?
It's still in the early stages of development.
Okay.
But yes, LiuGong is exploring autonomous technologies for their electric loaders
Right.
without direct human intervention.
That sounds like something out of a science fiction, but it also raises questions about safety and job displacement.
Those are important considerations. As with any new technology, it's crucial to address potential risks and ensure ethical implementation.
Right?
The goal is to create a safer and more productive work environment, not to replace human workers entirely.
It seems like a delicate balance between embracing innovation
Right.
and addressing its potential societal impact.
Exactly.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're talking about the future here.
Yeah.
What about the present? What are some of the challenges LiuGong is facing in rolling out these electric machines on a global scale?
One of the biggest challenges is infrastructure.
Okay.
The availability of charging stations is still limited in many parts of the world.
Especially in those emerging markets.
Yeah.
Where they're seeing increased demand.
Exactly.
You need the infrastructure to support the adoption.
Right.
But you also need that demand to justify the investment.
Yeah.
Right.
Electric loaders currently have a higher upfront cost
Okay.
compared to diesel-powered ones.
Right. But we've already discussed the lower operating costs,
Right.
and potential long-term savings. So it's a matter of convincing businesses to think beyond that initial price tag
Yeah.
and consider the overall life cycle cost.
Exactly. That's a key part of LiuGong's strategy.
Okay.
They're working to demonstrate the economic viability of their electric loaders through data and case studies, showcasing that return on investment over time.
So it sounds like a multifaceted challenge that requires a combination of technological advancement, market education, and government support.
Absolutely. It's a complex landscape,
Right.
but LiuGong is navigating it strategically.
Okay.
They're partnering with governments and utility companies to develop charging infrastructure, collaborating with research institutions to push the boundaries of battery technology, and working with customers to demonstrate the benefits of their electric loaders in real-world applications.
So they're not just sitting back and waiting for the market to catch up.
Yeah.
The future of sustainable construction.
Exactly.
But we've only scratched the surface of this fascinating topic. Stay tuned for the final part of our deep dives,
Okay.
where we'll explore the broader implications of LiuGong's green revolution for the global construction industry and beyond. Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into LiuGong's green revolution.
Yeah.
We've explored their commitment to sustainability, their innovative electric machinery,
Right.
and the challenges they're tackling on a global scale.
Absolutely.
It really has.
From those first electric loaders
Yeah.
to the concept of smart construction sites,
Right.
LiuGong is pushing the boundaries of what's possible
Mm-hmm.
in the construction industry.
Totally. But I want to step back for a moment. Think about the bigger picture. What does LiuGong's story tell us about the future of sustainability, not just in construction, but across all industries?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think LiuGong's journey offers some valuable insights.
Okay.
First and foremost, it demonstrates that sustainability is no longer a niche concept or a marketing gimmick. It's becoming a core business principle that's driving innovation and shaping the competitive landscape.
So it's not just about doing good.
Yeah.
About doing well by doing good.
Precisely. Companies are realizing that sustainability can be a source of competitive advantage.
Makes sense.
It can lead to cost savings, increased efficiency, and a stronger brand reputation.
And LiuGong is a prime example of that. We've talked about all the positive impacts.
Yeah.
But are there any potential downsides to this rapid shift towards sustainability? Are there any unintended consequences we should be aware of?
That's an important question to consider. One potential concern is the disruption
Okay.
it might cause to existing industries and workforces. The transition to new technologies and practices could lead to job displacement in certain sectors.
It's not just about embracing the new, it's also about managing that transition responsibly.
Exactly.
What can be done to mitigate those negative impacts?
I think it requires a collaborative approach
Okay.
involving governments, businesses, and educational institutions.
Yeah.
We need to invest in retraining programs
Right.
for workers who might be affected, create incentives for companies to adopt sustainable practices, and educate the public about the importance of this shift.
So it sounds like a complex challenge
It is.
that requires a pretty systemic solution.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears throughout this deep dive, we've focused primarily on electric vehicles.
Right.
Are there other areas where LiuGong is making strides in sustainability?
Absolutely. Their commitment goes beyond just electrifying their machinery.
Okay.
They're also focusing on reducing their overall environmental footprint through initiatives like energy-efficient manufacturing processes, waste reduction programs, and sustainable sourcing of materials.
So it's a holistic approach that addresses multiple aspects of their operations.
Yeah.
That's impressive. LiuGong's green revolution.
Okay.
Why should you care about all of this? How does this impact your life?
Well, for starters, the construction industry plays a massive role in shaping our built environment. From the roads we drive on to the buildings we live and work in, construction impacts us all.
Totally.
And by adopting sustainable practices, LiuGong is contributing to a cleaner, healthier, and more resilient world.
That's a tangible benefit that we can all appreciate. The choices that companies like LiuGong make have ripple effects throughout the global economy.
Yeah.
By demonstrating that sustainability can be profitable, they're inspiring others to follow suit, accelerating the transition to a more sustainable future.
And that's ultimately what it's all about.
Yeah.
Creating a future where economic growth and environmental stewardship go hand in hand.
Totally.
LiuGong's story is a powerful testament to the fact that this is possible. And it's happening right now.
It's definitely an inspiring message. So as we conclude this deep dive,
Yeah.
what's the one key takeaway you hope our listeners will remember?
I think the most important takeaway is that change is possible,
Okay.
even in industries that seem inherently unsustainable. LiuGong has proven that with innovation, collaboration, and a commitment to doing things differently, we can create a more sustainable future for all.
Beautifully said.
It does.
It's a call to action for all of us to challenge the status quo.
Yeah.
To demand more from the companies we support, and to make conscious choices that contribute to a healthier planet.
Remember, listeners, even small actions can have a ripple effect by choosing sustainable products, supporting responsible businesses, and advocating for change.
Right.
We can all be part of the solution.
That's right. We all have a role to play in building a more sustainable future. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into LiuGong's Green Revolution.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing for a better tomorrow.
This is the Deep Dive signing off.